All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive.
Yes, welcome back.
And
We're
today
diving deep.
we're diving deep into something that seems really, really simple.
Yeah,
Um, but, I think it's incredibly powerful.
absolutely.
It's a keyboard shortcuts,
Ah,
specifically in spreadsheets.
yes.
And even more specifically, we're zeroing in
Mm-hmm.
on selecting data ranges.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean,
something that we do all the time.
You're always selecting data.
Right. You're always selecting data.
Mm-hmm.
But are we doing it
The question is.
in the most efficient way possible? Yeah. How are we doing it?
How are we doing it?
Exactly. And so
And the shortcut
the shortcut we're going to talk about today
that we're diving into today.
is it's deceptively simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's Control-Shift-Arrow keys,
Yeah, Control-Shift-Arrow keys.
and it might just change your life.
I've seen it transform workflows.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So walk me through it. How does this seemingly simple combination of keys
Yeah.
save us so much time?
Okay, so think about how much time you spend dragging your mouse across cells, especially when you're dealing with a large data set,
Oh my goodness.
hundreds and hundreds of rows and columns.
Lord.
What Control-Shift-Arrow keys does is it essentially lets you select an entire row or column instantly
Right.
from your starting point to the last filled cell.
So instead of highlighting, going click and drag,
Exactly.
I
So
can just
you just hold down Control-Shift
Control-Shift
and hit the right arrow key to select the entire row. Boom.
the whole row.
The whole row.
Oh my God.
And same principle applies to selecting an entire column.
Okay.
Control-Shift plus the down arrow key.
Down arrow.
And that'll grab everything from your starting cell to the bottom of the data in that column.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
It's a game changer.
That's a total game changer.
Yeah.
So I have to admit,
You know what I find a lot is
I'm kind of a creature of habit.
people resist these shortcuts.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Why? They just, they've always done it this way.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to change.
So you find that people kind of resist, even though it's clearly more efficient.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah.
But, once people integrate these shortcuts into their routine,
Yeah.
they wonder how they ever lived without them.
Oh, for sure. For sure. It's those little shifts in our workflow, right?
Absolutely.
That can make such a big difference
Mm-hmm.
in the long run, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's
especially
dumb.
if you're constantly working with spreadsheets, you're
Right.
shaving off a few seconds here and there.
Yeah.
It really adds up to
Yeah.
significant time savings over
Oh,
weeks and months.
Weeks and months, that's huge.
It's huge.
That's time that you could be, I don't know, analyzing, coming up with a strategy,
Going on vacation.
going on vacation. Exactly.
Exactly.
Like having a life
Having a life, yeah. Outside of spreadsheets.
outside of spreadsheets, which is
Yeah.
important.
It is important.
So
It's funny because
it really makes you think,
you think about it.
how many other little things like this
No, I'm sure there
are lurking in our everyday software
tons.
that we just don't even know about?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we just took the time
just a little bit of time
to learn them,
to learn them.
it would transform things.
Absolutely.
So for our listener out there
Yeah.
who's about to dive into a spreadsheet,
Mm-hmm.
for their next meeting or project,
Yeah.
what's the key takeaway
The key takeaway,
that they should remember?
next time you need to select a large chunk of data,
Mm,
don't automatically reach for the mouse.
okay.
Think about Control-Shift-Arrow keys.
Control-Shift-Arrow keys?
Try it out, see how much time it saves you,
Yeah.
and just notice how those small efficiencies
Right.
can transform your workflow.
Okay.
You might be surprised at the impact
Yeah.
these little changes can have.
That's great advice. Yeah. Just those small changes can make a big difference.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another deep dive.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And we will see you all next time.
See you next time.